Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, nangangati na naman ang itlog ko, ka. Yow! What's up YouTube? It's your boy Dashing and we're back for another Draft League content. This is week 4 of the UW Battle League. I am the coach of Team Kati Itlog. And this week we take on Dom and the Chicago Beedrills. So his team consists of Enamorous Eye, Chansey, Cyclizar, Garganacl, Setitan, Abomasnow, Low Kicks, Entei, Morgrem, and Rotom Fan. He opted for Tera, so he could like Tera one of his mons. So the team is very defensive, right? You have like the two walls, the physical wall and the special wall. And the tricky part here is, although on paper Gar gets destroyed by Tusk, it really depends on if he's gonna Tera that, right? Because if he Terras that to like a non-weak type, then suddenly we get bopped if it's like a helmet set or something like that. Maybe he goes even flying just to like resist both stabs or something. As far as the team matchup, he has been running a lot of physical Enamorous, so that's kind of hard to prep for. You can go physical or special against my team, and we definitely prepped more for physical because it's just so much easier, right? The low kicks, I had the strong feeling he was going to bring the snow core here with Set and Abomasnow. So I'll run by my team real quick here. I'm running offensive Z move Darkrai for like I think almost the maybe not 4th week, for 3 weeks. Z move Darkrai, we have booster energy Tusk, and I am rocking Endeavor on the Tusk as well, just in case he Terras something problematic, and then we can just Endeavor it down if possible. Shuka Skell, just because although we resist the Enamorous, it does get like an Earth Power, so we need something to check that. I think I should have run a more Spidef Slowking, but I went full physical. The full physical set is also a check to Belly Drum set. We can live like an EQ from +6 and then go for a tech. We have a tech here, skill swap, so we can just skill swap it so that, you know, we remove its speed from the snow and then revenge it with our other mons. We are running Citrus, Graphia, and then Serp. We actually brought the wrong Serp in this battle. We had something that was more defensive in nature, but we got the Serp we brought was offensive basically. Also take note, I haven't played like the actual game, so I'm not too familiar with like all the changes that happened. I wasn't aware that there was an item called Covert Cloak that could essentially neutralize Gar. That would have made the game so much more simpler. Just because the dude hasn't been bringing Gar in the past games he had some forfeits here and there. So, you know, we didn't really get to scout him that much. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out the battle. By the way, during the battle, he did mention that he was gonna Tera Gar, and I was like, oh boy, this could be problematic. So yeah, let's check out the battle, see how it went. So I lead Darkrai here on the low kicks. Low kicks was a very predictable lead. It could be Scarf, it could be, and we don't really have like the best moves to deal with it. So I thought about switching to Tusk, but because of our prep, we can just go for the Protect here, see what it wants to do. He goes First Impression, revealing that he's probably not Scarfed, and we can just get like a free knockoff here. As we predict the Chansey switch, we do 22%. not really decent damage, right? We go for the Z move here. That's a Z focus punch, and we're able to take it out. He actually stayed in thinking that we didn't have like better coverage. We were probably 3 attacks protect. So probably like a protect, knock off, ice beam, and some other coverage move. Maybe flamethrower. I don't even know if Dark Ray gets flamethrower, but something like that. So he wasn't expecting that. He stayed in thinking that he wanted to set rocks at that point, or maybe just go for a T-wave. But he decided to go for rocks because even if Tusk switched in, you know, he had something for that. So when Amorous is in, I don't really know the best switch in. We go for Slow King here, and I'm happy we did that because he was reading the switch to Skell. We don't really have the best checks to this. I think we do have like yeah, we weren't running Ice Beam this week. So yeah, Slow King is in. He goes for the Moonblast, does 39, a really big chunk. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit. I'm kind of regretting not putting more investment here. Looking at it from retrospective, I should have just ran what do you call that, lefties, since, you know, the set is probably gonna use EQ anyway. It's gonna be non-contact moves. So we just go to our SERP. Does he go for the Earth Power? Yeah, revealing that, you know, we probably didn't want to stay in on another Moonblast that would have killed. So we go to the SERP, mispredicts again. So we're kind of fortunate in a sense that we are reading some of these, we are reading the moves of Enamorous pretty well. We've gotten it perfect so far. We go for Protect. She goes for another Moonblast. Moonblast does a shit ton of damage, like 62. We go for Synthesis here, knowing we can live another Moonblast. Already at +2. And I think at this range, HP Fire would kill, so I just pulled the trigger there. He goes for Low Kicks, predicting that we'll just, you know, stall it out with, what they call that, with the Synthesis. And we actually bop it. That's really good for us, but the threat is in. So before the game, he told me it's Dragon, and I was like, holy shit, Dragon, that's gonna be problematic. That resists the fire from Skell, the Leaf Storm, although we're not packing Leaf Storm this week, thankfully. Just a lot of resist. We don't get like the weaknesses from Great Tusk. So he does go for the Tera Dragon. We just go for the Leech Seed here. That's the best play. He goes Salt Cure. I wasn't really sure if I was better off running Taunt. I guess not, just because, you know, he could always go for Salt Cure, and that's going to be problematic. We just go for an HP Fire here, and it's revealed to be Maranga. So I'm like, holy shit, is this like a Max Spidef Maranga Berry Gar? So you can't like break it in the physical side, and you're not breaking it in the special side as well. So we try to just Synthesis up to a good HP. He's definitely gonna beat us in this war since we're gonna have less Synthesis than him. We go to Graphia, take the Salt Cure. That's gonna chip us down. Even with like the Leech Seed, we go for the Tech Acid Spray minus Spidef. Goes for another Salt Cure, predicting the switch. So he's predicting us to switch around because, you know, he's kind of locked into keeping the Mon here because of the Spidef race, although he already got reduced, right? And he's also seeded. So he's just trying to hang on and do as much damage to the team. He's doing significant damage, if I'm being honest, because Serp, although not that low, already has like 2 Synthesis used, and Graphia already doesn't have the berry anymore. And he could just swap. He'd probably swap out at this turn. He goes for the Recover. Yeah, he should swap out this turn. Yep, he goes to Abomasnow. What do? We just go for the Acid Spray minus Pidef. And he's probably gonna go for the... We go for the knockoff, removing the Icy Rock. He goes for the Veil, but the Ice Turns is already here. And I go for the tech. We go Parting Shot into the Skell. We have prep for this one. He goes for the Belly Drum. We just go for the Encore here. Yep, and he cannot stay around. He has to switch. At that point, he kinda knew that he lost the game. Not really much he can do here. We go to Serp on the Earth Power. Yep. Because he probably can't set up anymore, right? He's not going to be able to set up anymore. Goes for the Moonblast here. I go for the Synthesis. Goes for the Moonblast. Almost KOs. Then we take him out with the Seed. Like at this point, I wasn't really trying to like do a 6-0 anymore because why would I? It's just easier to get the threat in. We go for Ice Spinner, do a shit ton of damage. He goes for Recover. He's not really gonna win this exchange just because the Leech Seed is there. And I'm very lucky I ran Ice Spinner this week just for the Enamorous, but it worked out with a Gar Dragon. So we just go CC here twice, and that's gonna be a 5-0 win for us. Had he brought a more offensive Enamorous, right? Had he brought, let's say, Pixie Plate or something like, or Specs Moonblast, that would have done a shit ton of damage. Probably Pixie Plate, so he could like move attacks around. That would have a lot of things went well for us that game. If I'm being honest, a lot of things went well. If he went for like the Moonblast on the Serp switch, we would be forced to keep synthesizing up, and even Skell would be chipped down if we switched into it. So Strider's definitely a really good player. It's just that a lot of things worked out for us this week, and we kind of learned something about running the Covert Cloak next time we fight someone like this. So yeah, that's gonna be the video. If you guys like the content, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to support your boy even more, links to Patreon down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers!